It is a pleasure to see you again on my CryptoQ Media channel. Presently, we stand at somewhat over 50 cents. Even though the market was declining overall, XRP remained quite stable. Supposedly, this is the last dump before we go now, according to everyone. The election tomorrow is the one thing that can make people feel better about things. But in yesterday's video, I talked about selling my XRP. Personally, I find the whole idea of BlackRock being associated with XRP repulsive. Getting involved is a tremendous bullish sign for the Bitcoin business, according to BlackRock's. Does the identity of BlackRock even begin to make sense to you? They are subservient to the elites and do wicked deeds to advance BlackRock's agenda. As far as crypto regulations are concerned, BlackRock will continue to play a role. However, many have questioned, how would you spend all that XRP? Personally, I always see it this way. Right now, what would I buy if XRP didn't exist? XLM and QNT are my top picks since they will serve as the foundation of the cryptocurrency market of the future. I have no intention of selling XLM anytime soon, despite its similarities to XRP. What follows is anybody's guess. I'm hoping for a fantastic build-up. I will add that Larry Fink does his best to avoid talking about XRP, which is a positive. Have you ever thought about how he completely sidesteps any conversation on Ripple and flat out refuses to mention an XRP ETF? This is the way you ought to think about it. I fail to see why an elite group would want to get involved with a token that they themselves control. As for me, I think that's how it is. The elites have told us that, stated simply, the future is in our control. That is the core concept of XRP. This is state-of-the-art technology, and I will be presenting something else shortly. On the television, a documentary was on. During my exploration of a rock music professor's YouTube channel, I stumbled onto an interview with Tommy James, the lyricist for Crimson and Clover. Given the present situation of the Bitcoin market, James made a comment that struck a chord with me. Time travels back to the 1960s for him. When he got back from his 90-day vacation, the music industry, in his opinion, changed drastically. He said that our radio service was suddenly cut off. The advent of FM caused a decline in the production of singles. Someone was filming the entire event. A comparable result is what I expect to happen in the Bitcoin market. I think that's when the current financial system will be replaced with the new one. Everything will be a complete and utter mess when it happens so suddenly. To put it plainly, you won't expect your bank to suddenly begin offering digital wallets. Crypto custody is one of the many services they'll offer. The new financial system is just one massive network. Therefore that's the shift I expect, since I've been monitoring its development for the past 2 years. That, as I've mentioned in multiple videos, stands to reason whenever technology evolves. Because it is so quick, the same thing will probably happen here as well. Bitcoin and other high-cap tokens have the potential to return 2 to 5 times the initial investment when they are at their peak. If you choose to write all coins, you can easily earn 50 times your initial investment from only one item. It is possible to accumulate $1 million without any prior experience in investing. Take a look at the most recent XRP alt season, and you'll understand why I said things will change drastically by Christmas. You can watch it unfold live here beginning, in my opinion, just after the election ends and continuing all the way into 2025. The similar thing happened in the 1990s, specifically between 2016 and 2017, when it started to go up towards the year's end. I would not be surprised if this continued into the new year after having occurred in October, November, and December. We can only hope that by the time Christmas arrives, XRP has indeed set a new all-time high, as many have speculated. I see you're in the area. The very best investors in the world are masters at doing very little for very long periods of time, and that is my main point. XRP. Be patient, I've told you countless times. Sit quietly. No matter how frustrating it is, you can't do anything about it except wait for it to happen. I get that. Next year, there will be a massive crash, so stay focused. My prediction is that the stock market will soon crash. You should withdraw a substantial amount of money from your investment before next year's inevitable market catastrophe. Because of this, I keep telling you to remain composed and wait it out. Acting irrationally will only make things worse. After the election, Gary Gensler and the other top candidates for secretary chair position will be removed. So, they've settled on this individual. We will go into more depth on Hester Peirce a little later on. For examples of their work, check out Erica Williams, Chris Brummer, Chris Giocaro, and Brian Brooks. According to Chris Gijanlow, a former chair of the CFTC, it's a positive development that the agency is working to keep ordinary investors involved in cryptocurrency. Chris Brummer is an expert in financial regulation and a professor of law at Georgetown University. Appointing him might help us establish clear legislation going forward. During her tenure, Erica Williams oversaw the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board. Additionally, Harris's group is considering bringing her on board as SEC. Go back to Hester Peirce's narrative. Imagine her crypto mom for a second. She could have done more to back cryptocurrencies, but she did nothing as Gary tightened regulations. I have no idea whether she is optimistic on XRP or cryptocurrencies in general. Although Brian Brooks should be our official candidate, I believe she is an excellent pick. Brian Brooks, managing partner of Valor Capital Group, has stated that the goal of Ripple is not to replace the US dollar. To become technical, Ripple's goal is to seize control of the Federal Reserve. Their goal is to do away with the hefty bank costs that come with sending money abroad. But Brian Brooks understands Ripple like the back of his hand. To go further as a nation, we require fresh perspectives, and he understands that. In my opinion, he is more aggressive than Gary Gensler, who he will succeed. I believe that to be true. The XRP Unleash effort will be presented in public areas this coming week, which happens to be the same week when cryptocurrency values might start to soar. Get back on the horse and keep climbing. The killer app, the utility, causes Bitcoin's value to surge after every election. By enhancing transparency and cultivating public trust, blockchain technology is transforming the financial industry. Accountability improves legitimacy, while decentralization gets rid of monopolies. Children who are adopted are not subject to coercion and are legally recognized to have no citizenship. Those who are morally upright strongly oppose going to war. The downfall of nature serves as an incentive for war. Going forward, we need to make sure that there are no more disagreements. Are you aware of the outcome? The United States is embroiled in a worldwide conflict and the dollar is plummeting in value. We saw it happen again and again. Something needs to end with that. So, guess what? That's why I've always said that using blockchain technology and going back to a gold-backed system will lead to total transparency. My deepest wish is that future conflicts would no longer be absolutely necessary. Now that everyone is on equal ground thanks to the XRP token and ledger, the new value web can't launch. That is why XRP was created. This is why I choose to disregard those ETFs. As XRP finds practical use, the total daily value of transactions on the Ripple, Stellar, and XLM blockchains will shortly exceed that of all Fortune 1000 companies combined. The real significance of this is that the horrific crimes committed by central banking cartels, which date back to the 1600s, can finally come to an end thanks to digital ledger technology (DLT). Technological progress is analogous to cracking codes that travel at the speed of light. First and foremost, I would tell anyone considering investing in cryptocurrencies to leave their emotions at the door. Many people become emotional and keep losing because they don't leave their emotions at the door and get things done. Appreciating my video is a privilege. Click the subscribe button and then tell me what you think when you're done.